weak. And that's costing you money. I'm weak on my listing presentation. Okay? So I'm not weak on my listing presentation. Personally, I personally am weak with past clients. And I did the math. And it's not pretty. What it's costing me. Okay? If you have a couple thousand past clients and you've really done your best and you've got good relationships, and you assume that they're going to call you. So, my weakness report. Past clients. I don't have a lot, but the ones that I have are painful. Okay? But you guys need to know, well, I'm not good with scripts. And here's what I'll tell you. I'm not good with discipline. That's okay. People hire personal trainers, coaches, whatever. You guys look, we're not going to go into a whole Gary Vee show, but he talks about the concept of self-awareness. You guys just need to identify what your weaknesses are. Okay? I'm shy. Okay? Derek, you have high energy. I'm not like that. Anusha, who was the CEO of the company when I joined it? Chris Heller?
Yeah.
Chris Heller, right?
Yeah.
Shy. The CEO of the company when I joined it. I'm a real estate broker. He is the CEO. What I want to tell you is that if you think that because of your personality you can't go far, he is the poster child for saying, if you work hard, have good systems, take care of your customers, you don't need to be Tony Robbins. You can be yourself. You guys get that?
Yes.
And he's a good friend of mine. Okay? Somebody I respect and things like that. I just use him as an example to say, don't create this story about your personality being the problem. Because look at him. Okay? Fully functioning business plans will require you to allocate time weekly working on your business. When I said, I'm going to take this thing out for a spin, and I was tired of being complacent, which I had got complacent, it required me to work more hours. And a lot of the hours that I work now are working on my business. Monday through Thursday, I work late. Friday and Saturday, still with the family. Sunday night, Sunday. Monday through Friday, I work a lot of hours. Okay, after the kitchen. Or are you calling expired listings at like 9 o'clock at night? No, I'm working on my business, away from downtime. And I would say this, well, going back to time management, I don't buy gas when the sun's up. What does that mean? Everything counts. I don't do things when I could be meeting with clients that I could do at some other time. We've only got so many hours in the day, guys. Does that make sense? And the more opportunities that you have, and the bigger your business gets, I can't buy gas during the day. Does that make sense? That's really why I want that Tesla, so I never have to buy gas again.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's cool and electricity and but never go to a gas station. That's the value proposition for me. So 7, 8, 9. We're going to wrap up. We're going to ask a couple questions, and then I'm going to get the battle. Okay. 7. Create a basic business plan. Write it down. Okay. Anusha, I really want you to push hard to have everybody have a basic business plan. Okay?
Isn't that what our 411 is?
Yep. Okay? Has everybody done it?
In here?
Okay? So here's what I'm saying. Look, and if you guys say, I've got this part covered, then great. Awesome. That doesn't apply to you. I had a guy in Beverly Hills say, I told him how I give a listing presentation. I send them comparable sales, I send them a net sheet. And he said, I do it a different way. And I said to him, how are the results? He goes, they're good. I go, then don't do it my way. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I go, that doesn't apply to you. He goes, well, why do you do it that way? I go, I just want everything to be transparent. And I don't want to drive 45 minutes to Rancho Cucamonga if they're thinking 600,000 and I'm thinking 525. So I just want to be transparent. But if his way works for him and the client still feels good, don't change it. And I say that to everything that I said and everything about your businesses. If there's a part of your business that's working, that's clicking, that's doing it, and I said something different, stick to your way. I'm fine with that. I'm trying to fill in the holes for you guys to make a quantum leap. You guys get that?
Yeah.
So absolutely, I'm cool with that, okay? 8, create a system to implement, you know, I don't care what it is. I gotta work on my CRM. I gotta work on whatever it is, brand, I gotta, but you should have a list of 2, 3, 4, 10 things that you wanna implement over a calendar year. Okay? Here's things I gotta work on. Number 9, I'm gonna tell you this, create a weakness report. And if you really wanna have that landmark education courage, extend it to your personal life. Okay? I tell my friends I'm gonna mountain bike with them in 2 weeks when I know I don't have the time. Why so, create that weakness report. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've got it. I'm a little extended. Anybody have any questions, any thoughts? Any thoughts? Questions? Any feedback?
Great, thank you. It was great.
Any value? Yeah,
How is your team structured? And how many people in your team?
35 now.
An expansion team.
Okay, without the expansion team, just your hub, what does it consist of?
So I can tell you what it consists of now, and I can tell you what it's gonna consist of. Because it's, as you grow, your organization grows, there's new people and things like that. So right now, I have 3 what I would call administrators, okay? The reality is, and the majority of people in my organization are 2 to 3 years or newer. So a lot of them are new licensees. So I'm letting you know. So I'm not calling like, you know, the Jonathan Stars or whatever and all these guys. I mean, this is, you know, I'm looking for particular people. $1 to $3 million, big long-term goals, big thinkers. Don't have like, well, this is how we've done it. You know, they don't have bad habits. I don't know any other way to say it. Okay. And they're coachable. Okay. So I have 3 administrative staff in the hub, and my listing and marketing manager is the same person. I have 2 transaction coordinators. That's changing actually as we speak. Okay. So some of the changes that I'm making, I'm bringing on a dedicated listing coordinator. Number 1. Number 2, I am bringing on a dedicated social media and marketing person. My weakness report is social media. I'm not on Facebook or any of that stuff. Now I'm not gonna. My goals are big, so I'm not gonna have the time to say, hey, I'm eating a cheeseburger right now. But I say to have a world-class business, it's part of my weakness report. Here's the week. So you know the reality is, but one of the things that I will also say that I did, and you know if I ever come back here, I also what I call re-engineered the file. So I looked at the paperwork process. So you know our files right now are very user-friendly to our transaction coordinators and our agents, and it's super simple. Okay. So let me just give you an idea. Do I got a couple more minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will tell you on our listing presentation, because that's a great. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
So 3 support staff. I'm adding more support staff. Okay. And then I'm taking more off the agent's plate.
And one more question, if I may.
Yeah.
How many contacts per day are your team individually making?
25 to 30.
That's required.
Not required. No, here's what I say. I will tell you this. Remember we talked about the carrot and stick?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're putting together a little bit of an accountability program, but I'm also going to say this. Okay. I believe in it. We're putting it together. Some people have said we could use it, but the majority of my people on the team have big whys. So I spend the majority of my time. That's what I go through. I don't give a disc test. I say, what do you? I didn't have. I say, my wife believes in me. I have a kid. I've been working at the same job. I have no food in my refrigerator. Great. Let's have an interview. So what I'm saying is, I look for people. I don't have time to babysit.
Right. You look for the hungry.
I look for the hungry.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I actually, you guys see that movie, The Hunger Games I made, I said, look, you're joining here,
Right.
you know, but I'm, you know, I mean, look, no, look, I'm accountable to my wife and my kids and my friends and my family and, you know, people in KW in the community. Look, I mean, nobody has, you know, I look for people like that. And if I have to hold somebody super accountable and they want that, they're not a right fit for us.
And how many contacts do you make personally?
It's tough. My business is down 570,000. For a long time, I've done 80 to 90 deals a year personally. But as I've been building this, so I'll do somewhere in the 30 like personal, like retail deals. So I'm taking a big hit. So some of you guys, and I know it's like
Volume for 2017, your volume was
120. But what I'm saying is this. I'm just giving you guys, you know, I have a very clear vision on the organization that I want to build. So when I say to you guys, know what you want, the price it's going to pay, I can tell you my average check is $11,000. Okay? So if you do 11,000 times 52, it's 572,000. So I know that you guys, hey, I want to build a team. I know that there was a price that I was going to pay for a period of time to build out what I want to build out. Does that make sense? Okay. Other thoughts, other questions? Let me go to this listing presentation thought real quick. I want you guys to write this down. Objectives of a listing presentation. And then put in parentheses, besides getting a listing agreement signed. Okay? One of these I ripped off, but I modified it. What are you guys doing here? Ripping off my stuff? But what I'm saying is this. You go to Gary Vee or Grant Cardone or Mavs Coaching, look, the smartest guys are saying, I want to leverage on their time and information. Does that make sense? That's why people work with me. Dude, you've got 25 years of doing it, you're grinding. Let me harness all that information and knowledge and do it in 5. I'm fine with that. Value proposition. Listing presentation, 2 objectives. I want a referral and I want a rating. I want you to write that down. Tell the client, those are your objectives. I want to get your home sold at the highest price possible in a time frame that works for you with the least inconvenience and have you absolutely thrilled about the process. That's my script. In return, I would like the following if you feel deemed necessary. I would like 1 referral prior to close of escrow. I want you to replace yourself. Tell them that. I want you to replace yourself. I'm not going to call you a month later, a year later, never going to call you. While we are in business together, you need to replace yourself. I'm going to spend all my time on you and trying to use word of mouth advertising. Okay? So we have the same, we rebuilt our listing presentation. It's called The Promise. And we say, we're going to promise these things, and in return, we want you to give us a referral. Then we have this other thing in our listing presentation that's called the pledge. Here are the things that we pledge to do, and for that, we want a 5-star Zillow referral, Zillow 5-star at, you know. Does that make sense? I want a referral and a rating out of every client. Does that make sense? So go ahead. Other questions? Steve?
No, my question was, you know, when you get these hungry people that, what percentage are you right? Because I know some people come in, they're hungry, they have no money,
Yeah.
and yet they're hungry because they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Okay. So far, I've been right the majority of the time, but I'm not batting 1,000. Okay. So I can tell you that I think there's been 3 people in the last 3 years I was wrong on. Okay. And I can tell you, I can't even think of the third one. One guy came to me and said, he left my company. He says, I want to be coached. I go, I can do that. He goes, I want to be coached by the Mike Ferry organization or somebody familiar with that. I think I can do a better job. I think that they can do, you know, whatever. And I said, great, no problem. He had signed on about a month ago, and I saw him 1 time in a month. Okay, so I was wrong. Okay, he also was a little bit offended on what I said. He says, I want to make $250,000 as a 20-year-old guy. And I said, I don't think that that's feasible. Okay, I said, and I'm going to let you guys know this. And God, I want to let you guys know this. When you guys write your business plans, and I'm going to finish that answer. When you guys write your business plans, I want you guys to treat it like this. that if you worked on Wall Street for Shearson Lehman or Deutsche Bank or BlackRock or Blackstone, and you were saying you were a financial analyst, and they were paying you $250,000 a year to be a financial analyst, don't say I'm going to do 36 deals if you did 2 last year. Now, Milton did it, huge driving force, but what I'm saying is you should be very close on your numbers. So if your goal is to do 24 deals, you shouldn't end up the year at 6. If you were an analyst on Wall Street, you'd be fired.
Right.
Okay? So I'm letting you, oh, it sounds good or whatever, I'm excited, I'm motivated. I'm saying this, treat yourself like an analyst. I'm analyzing my business. Anusha knows I want to do 1,000 deals. And dang it, that guy up in Northern California now is past that, so. But what I'm saying is this, my goal next year is not 1,000 deals. It'd be a loony to do that. The structure, the infrastructure, the systems, the team, that's not built for that. I'm building towards that. That's not my goal next year. Because if I was a financial analyst or CEO of my own company, there's a board of directors, they would fire me. Or planning. Does that make sense? So you have to treat yourself like you got a board of directors. So the 3 people, one guy said he wanted better coaching. Okay? I don't do a lot to sell people if they say they're leaving. I'm just letting you know. And the good news is Mike and I had lunch about 3 months ago, and I wasn't going to say, oh, you know, I've been through 10 years of one-on-one coaching with Mike and Ron Potolsky, and I went through this, and you know, and oh, I'm going to go to a little shop with 2 agents, and they're going to get me plugged into Mike, and I'll say, great, I'll tell them, hello, I'm having, you know, lunch with them at the Shiloh Inn, you know, whatever. I'll make sure he sets you up with a good coach. I'm not going to do a lot of selling. The other guy that I absolutely love, so that was not a fit. Another guy was at a market center, and this is why by the way, so I'm looking to build my organization. One of the reasons that I go out and I do this, so people know what they get. When you go to buy a car, you get to test drive it. So I don't want people to be shocked how I operate. They say, Derek, we want to join your organization. I want them to know what they're getting in advance. Does that make sense? Okay. Another guy said, join from the market center. And I love this guy. I think 2 weeks into it, maybe a week into it, he comes in and says, I'm quitting. I said, why? He goes, because now I know what it takes.
Yeah.
And they don't tell you in real estate, bloody knuckles, holes in the shoes, lots of rejection, you know, oh, I've got this money in escrow, it all falls out, you know, it's rosy red, you know, pie in the sky. They don't tell you that stuff. So, you know, I said, dude, this is what it's going to take. They won. Yeah. Good for him and good for me, though. I mean, I love the guy, but good for him and good for me.
Yeah.
Right? And then, you know, I think there was, so maybe 2 in the last, you know, couple of years, you know, it just didn't work out. And the other guy that said he wanted better coaching no longer is in real estate. I think he's got his license. He has not yet to sell a house. Okay. So, any other questions? You guys good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time. I appreciate you guys. Oh, one other thing. No, it's on. Those 9 things, I would like you to get to Anusha by Thanksgiving at the latest.
Okay.
And please supply me with the names.
Did we get everybody's name? Yes. I got it.
I want you guys to have a
Maybe
great
waste
year
my
next
name.
year. It's a great time to be doing it. But let's really just try to make that year that transformation, what I call that jump off. You know what I mean? That Gary Keller hits the inflection point, like 13 years into it. Is it going to work, Mo? You know, I know it's going to work. Dude, there's a point in everybody's life where they take off. Let's make it 2019 for you guys. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.